alone.
You like turning the lights on physically? That's so 2003.
Hello and welcome to Outside the Fox, where we explore what's happening online and why it matters. I'm Kim Horcher.
And I'm back. And just as a reminder, in case you forgot, my name is AJ Patel, and you may not believe in Santa Claus. But what you can believe is I'm back, and I'm the gift that keeps giving, which is why I'm decorated like so. Are you a big gift wrapper?
Well, I
Like,
brought
do
a
you-
real gift, and that is cookies.
You brought me this as a gift?
It's for everyone.
And my gift to you is this fake bow and lights I have on?
It's real.
Do you want
It's
to try
happening.
one? Shall we try one live on the air?
Sure.
Well, we better get this right because there's no.
We can't do a retake.
To everyone at home, cheers, cheers. Okay, cheers, yeah.
sorry. Not bad. It's dry.
It's actually not bad. It's a good little sugar cookie. It's the top part that's really sticking
It's
to
shoes
my
and gum
gums.
together at last.
I could feel the cavities start in my mouth
I'm
now.
covered in crumbs.
You know how they do makeup reviews?
I hate that.
you don't like the hand behind the
I
thing?
hate it.
So, Kim, firstly, thank you for the cookies. That was delicious.
We loved it.
But of course, as always, we have to get down to business. So let me take this silly stuff off. Give me a second. I know. Maybe we'll put this.
Commit to the bit.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see behind us and with the festive spirit, we are here to talk about last minute holiday shopping. Have you finished yours?
Yes.
Really?
It's late.
But we have like 4, 5, 6
No,
days left.
it's so late.
Okay, well, I'm someone that, I like to go in person.
You could have
Is that
gone in
bad?
person a week ago.
I know, but I just wait
Or-
to the last minute.
But why?
I wait to see, the
But why,
size
though?
boxes that everyone else is
So
getting.
everyone else buys everything else.
But we don't run out. You
You
never
do
run out. Really?
Yes, we do.
Oh,
We live in a society, my dude.
I love going to the mall and just being like, okay, that. Sometimes of this last minute decisions, but of course that can also be a very bad thing because you end
It's
up
an extremely
overpaying.
bad idea.
I know. I need to get better at the online shopping, last minute holiday tips and tricks. So, do you have any for me?
In terms of reviews, in terms of what to get.
I guess all of the above, right? Making sure that if I'm making a last minute decision, which we talked about on a previous episode, which is the best way not to get scammed, the best way not to make a mistake is to make a decision with ample time.
Our friend Hannah from FakeSpot recently talked to us about how you can implement that tool to help you make better choices in
Right.
terms of weeding through fake reviews. That's always helpful because I do all my shopping online. I'm the opposite of you.
Maybe we go through all of it. Maybe some last minute tips, maybe some last minute reminders of how to have a seamless shopping experience online. Just covering the general idea of, making sure our data's safe, making sure we're not giving up too much information.
Well, something that often pops up when I go to different websites to shop, reputable websites to shop, is that they'll want an email address and they'll be like, you can get free shipping.
Right.
You can get 10% off. 10% is pitiful. Don't do 10%. Do at least 25. Anyway, that's a me tip. You can use Relay in Firefox where you can enter a not your real actual
So
email
it'll
address.
just shoot out like an anonymized email address to input to the form.
Yeah, and then you don't have to worry about it later.
So as someone that's always, making purchases at the last minute, of course, I always resort to a lot of tech products.
Sure, because they're usually a good bet.
Right. I go to someone's house and I see what kind of ecosystem they're in, whether they're in Google, whether they're in the Apple ecosystem, of course, Amazon ecosystem. And then I'm sorry, but it's so easy to just resort to one of these smart home devices. Whether
Someone
it's a
gave
Nest.
me an
Someone
Alexa,
gave you one recently?
and I was not having it, so I regifted it.
What?
I don't want one of those speakers listening all the time.
So this is a big thing, right? About the idea of like, where is my privacy safe? Are the speakers always listening?
Well, they all have different settings. I mean, some are, well, yes, they are always listening, but are they acting on it? Are they processing? Are they saving? It's different between Apple, Amazon, and Google. Sometimes they save it to your account. Sometimes they save it to not, necessarily identified as you. I don't like it at all because the thing about me is I don't trust anyone. So I didn't want that thing in my house, and I regifted it to someone else.
So currently in your house, don't tell
Yeah.
us too much about the house, of course, but
I'm not you.
No smart speakers? No smart speakers at all?
No, but I have a smartphone. I can't fully escape it.
Right. But we try to do our best, right, to minimize the footprint.
I try.
So from what I know and from what we can share with you guys is there's normally 3 versions. they are always listening. For Apple, we'll start with Apple, where this is where it's anonymized, kind of like what Kim was saying, where it is always listening and it is always taking that input.
But they
kind of
don't
collect
auto
that.
delete it.
They
You
do not
have to
auto
delete
delete
it.
it. For
I'm not going to remember.
how?
I know what I'm like.
That's true. That's true. For Alexa, they collect it, but I think it gives you the option to delete the data.
It does, but it is tied to your account.
Okay. And then for Google,
I believe it is also tied to your account.
but there's an auto delete feature.
I think Apple is the only one that doesn't auto delete.
Ah, interesting.
The thing is, it doesn't matter to me because I do not want one. Don't get me one. Anyone.
So for the listeners, don't get Kim a smart home device. I'm currently in the Alexa neighborhood, so feel free to get me as many devices as you can. I have noticed that some of these new devices, right, like the home device that have cameras on it, so it's capable of making that FaceTime call. They have those, like those sliding things to cover the camera. I've noticed that is on more devices now. So I guess something that we can't really avoid the listening piece, but for anyone that's worried about, are they watching me? Are they watching me in my kitchen with my family and whatnot? Just be cognizant that you can close that. So, we always try to focus on small steps you can take of protecting your privacy, protecting your data, and that is a simple one. For smart home devices in general, if you're on Kim's team, just avoid them. But if you're not, that's what we have.
I do have smart devices in my home, but not ones that are always listening to me. I can control the refrigerator, and that's so important.
Do you think do you wish it listened to you?
No, I don't want anything listening to me.
Really?
No, leave me alone.
You like turning the lights on physically? That's so 2003. Like what era are you? Okay, I'm just kidding.
Bro.
Look, I guess
There are other ways to turn on the lights than have a device that's always listening to you.
what is the alternative outside of, just not having the device? If people have really fallen in love with these devices, they,
You can do whatever you want in your home, but that's
Yeah.
my choice for me.
I understand.
Yeah. Just don't, if you buy me it, I'm going to regift it.
How do you feel about, that madness that surrounds Black Friday?
I don't like it.
Do you ever, try to capitalize on deals?
Well, I mean, you say capitalize, but this is like the rawest form of capitalism
Yeah.
gone wild, where people are hurting each other for a washcloth or a TV with one HDMI port or something stupid like that. Is it worth it, folks?
Yeah, I've seen the transition happen to be more online now because of exactly what you're talking
Absolutely.
about. The mob
I
that goes out
buy
there.
online. I do.
Yeah.
Cyber Week or Black Friday week.
Yeah.
That's more than a week, which doesn't make sense. I do buy things then.
And the culture's changed a lot, right? Yeah, I think, probably 5-10 years ago, you have to be out there in line and be ready at the door by 5-6 a.m.
Oh.
Now I think things have gotten pushed back to 10 p.m. and, you can shop actually 2 days early, so they avoid that massive
It just
crowd.
makes me feel sick.
So if you want to feel more sick, listen to this. I was a victim of this. So my family wasn't the biggest of Black Friday shoppers, but my mom really wanted this deal at Macy's. They were giving out these $20 gift cards to anyone that was in line at probably 6 a.m. And these lines, I mean, this. they get-
$20?
I know, but back then, $20 was
No,
like $400
I lived 10 years
now.
ago too. It wasn't that much.
It's gold. $20 was actually gold. You know how many McChickens you could get for $20?
But my
20?
time.
I hear you. But back then, time was a little bit more of a, we'll just spend it sparingly. And this is when you'd have to be in line by midnight, by 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Because, I mean, I know you've seen those lines, whether it's for a game console, a sale, whatever it is is ridiculous. It starts wrapping around the block. People are intense and whatnot. And we got in line at about 2 a.m. 2 a.m. and my whole family's there. We had 2 people wait in line, 2 people sit in the car with the heater, and we kept rotating and rotating every hour. Some people would sleep. I would go out there. Keep in mind,
This bums me out.
I was probably 12, 13 years old.
Okay.
I was in my prime.
I
So-
don't think you were.
and
But
then the doors open and we get to go inside. I'm so excited to get this $20 gift card that I would just have to give to my mom. It's not like I wanted to buy anything from Macy's. I just wanted Yu-Gi-Oh cards back then. And we go inside and the gentleman that was working there said, "How old are you?" I didn't lie because I'm an honest person.
18.
And yeah, no, yeah. Also back then my voice didn't crack, so it was bad. I was like 6 foot tall, but my voice was still, slow. See, I can't even do it anymore. And I got denied the card. And just like that, I had to just go inside, be miserable while my mom shopped. And it's stuff like this. It's stuff like this. And maybe I'm just traumatized now, and I don't go to any more Black Friday shopping events.
I wouldn't either. I did it once too, and I felt like insane. Because one, I was tired,
Yeah.
and two, there were so many people, and they were all going nuts around me, and I was like, "Do I need to go nuts
Yeah.
to fit in?"
It
And then I was like, "I'm never doing this again. I'm never.
it brings out a
deserve more than
beast in you.
this."
Yeah, it brings out an animal in you. I remember going to buy some new pair of Jordans, and I used to work at the shoe store, so I could, skip in front of the line. And the people at my local mall ripped down the automatic doors. They ripped the automatic doors are massive. These are big old
metal-
things, and they were just off their hinges and just hanging there.
Okay, so I know off the top, I said you were talking about doing some last minute gifts, and I said you're already too late.
Right.
But that's not totally true because there are some last minute things you can do. Digital gifts.
Really?
Good ones. You can do a VPN subscription.
Uh-huh.
You could do a password manager. Our friend Steve is a big fan of those.
Yes.
You can do online classes even.
And those are so easy to just, kind of purchase online and transfer online. You don't even have to see the person, really.
No, you never have to see anyone.
If you have to get a last minute gift for someone, what do you normally resort to?
I will get them an experience. I've purchased spa gift cards before. I've purchased a trip for my
Yeah.
significant other.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because that's like we're gonna share this together. And we're gonna have a great time.
Right. You're basically getting a gift for yourself.
Well, it's together. The
Together.
togetherness is the
Right.
gift. Just like when you showed up
Exactly.
in that outfit, and that was for me somehow.
Togetherness is the gift. That's a great. I'm going to take that for later. Togetherness is the gift.
Do not buy an older relative one of those digital picture frames because they will not use them. It will go under the bed. Okay, think about it. If you've done
the
it,
pictures never get updated.
no, they don't know how to use it.
They have the same 8 pictures rotating the picture frames.
Or they
dead.
never take it out of the box, Dad. Yeah. So we're not totally out of luck if we haven't bought gifts just yet, but please be thoughtful when buying things, especially devices in your home that might listen to you. And remember, some people don't love that, but there are thoughtful ways of considering which one is best for your data concerns.
Let us know in the comments what you're gifting this holiday season. And also, during this holiday season, we'll be taking a couple weeks off, so we'll see you in the new year.
All right, we will see you next time, but subscribe to the channel. Be sure to download Firefox because you know it's the best, and we'll see you next year.